piece. There are 3 sets of 5 questions. You can only buzz twice per set of 5. For the first round, both Pub Trivia and Jeopardy, if you happen to buzz a third time, I will remind you that you can only buzz twice, and then I'll reopen the buzzer. If you haven't already said the correct answer, I'll just ask a different Pub Trivia question or a different Jeopardy question. In the second round, it will be considered a third buzz and a wrong answer, and the other team can then steal. Steals happen where... Oh, you're welcome, Chantel. Steals happen when the other team gets one wrong. You can then discuss here in Zoom your answer, and that doesn't count as a buzz, right? So say Gloria has buzzed in twice already. The 5th question is steal. Gloria, you can participate in that steal without any ramifications. I'll try to remind you all of this as we go through. That's about it. So we should have some fun. We will make our way through. Being I'm doing scorekeeping and hosting, just keep me honest on the scorekeeping. So if you see an incorrect number go up, call that out. Just come off mute and say, hey, Dan, I think you got that wrong. I will then admonish you for telling me I was wrong, but then I will fix the score from there. I kid. I'm used to being told I'm wrong a lot in my house, so it's fine. 3 points apiece to start. A wife and 3 daughters will do that to you, but I will go to therapy later on today. It's fine. 3 points to start. Set of 5. All right. Everybody ready? Thumbs up. Yes. Everybody's looking good. All right. And away we go. 3 points. 1 of 5. In 1985, the word classic was added to what soft drinks label where it remained for many years? Amy. I need you on mute.
Coke.
Coca-Cola, correct, for 3 points. So that's our first of 5. Here comes second of 5. What part of a bride's wedding dress comes in elbow, fingertip, and cathedral lengths? What? Chantel?
A veil.
A veil is correct. Good for 3 points. 3 of 5 upcoming. In 1986, what media mogul caused a stir when he released a list of over 100 films he planned to colorize? In 1986, what media mogul caused a stir when he released a list of over 100 films he planned to colorize? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ted Turner. Ted Turner was the media mogul. Here comes 4 of 5. What part of a suit of armor is a gauntlet? What part of a suit of armor is a gauntlet? Peter.
The glove?
The glove is correct. It's where the phrase throwing down the gauntlet, in fact, comes from. When you threw down your glove was throwing down the gauntlet. Here comes 5 of 5. In 1986, over 100 tons of what product were used to clean the inner copper walls of the Statue of Liberty? In 1986, over 100 tons of what product were used to clean the inner copper walls of the Statue of Liberty? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You may have a box of it in your refrigerator. Arm & Hammer baking soda. Arm & Hammer baking soda. All right, new set of 5. New set of 5, so everybody has 2 buzzes again. Here comes 1 of 5. What part of the body is made up of about 100 billion neurons? What part of the body is made up of about 100 billion neurons? Emily.
Brain.
Brain, correct, for 3 points. It's not small, it's trivial, is on the board. Your neurons were firing on that one, Amy. Emily. I called out the wrong person. Emily, on fire. I was trying to make the whole joke. All right, I retire. Anyway, 2 of 5. In 1987, what Beatles song was banned by the BBC because of its lyric, I'd love to turn you on? In 1987, what Beatles song was banned by the BBC because of the lyric, I'd love to turn you on? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A Day in the Life. A Day in the Life. 3 of 5. What region or part of the world is home to the only country whose name begins with the letter Q? What part of... Chantel.
Middle East.
Middle East is correct for 3 points. I have a visitor. Pardon me 1 second. She's not blurred out. She is in live. What's that? I have to mute.
Also
apparently.
frequently mispronounced.
Yep.
Does he have one of those as seen on TV mesh things?
I was just gonna say that's what that looks like.
I think it is. I'll have to ask him how well it actually works. Thought about getting one of those for our garage because they have big sizes for the garage.
And that way, if you run through it, you don't like knock out the screen door.
Right.
Okay, so I'm trying to help you after I'm done today at 2:30 is when I'm off my meetings.
Mackenzie is sweeping it up.
Do you want me to give you a hug off camera?
Oh, he's rolling away.
It's like a TV timeout.
Yeah.
Cut to commercial.
I can text them. Okay.
I think Lori's watching us right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been sworn to secrecy to not discuss what just happened. 3 of 5 upcoming. 3 of 5, right? 1, 2. No, that was 3. This is 4 of 5 upcoming. 4 of 5. In 1988, Midwesterners Mark Badgley and James Mishka joined forces to become famous names in what industry? Amy.
Fashion.
Fashion is correct for 3 points. I still have never heard of them, but that's the answer.
Bagley and Mishka. Sure you have. Pick the last names. Okay.
I haven't. Would I lie to you, Amy? 5 of 5 upcoming. What performer's obscene gesture during the 2012 Super Bowl halftime show compelled the NFL to issue an apology? What? Gloria.
Would that be Janet Jackson?
It is not Janice Jackson. That is Janet. I said Janice Jackson. Janet Jackson. Minus 3 points. I do pass it over to trivia.io for potential steal. What performer's obscene gesture during the 2012 Super Bowl halftime show compelled the NFL to issue an apology?
So we're allowed to discuss amongst ourselves?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, 2012. I'm trying to think back to
Who it was.
because I was gonna say the Janet Jackson thing too, but if it's not that, I
So was
forget.
that. So the only other thing I could think of is did someone grab themselves perhaps? But I don't know that for sure. So I don't know.
Oh wait, was
I
was
can't place
that was that Bruce Springsteen? Like it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything like crazy, but they felt like I don't feel good enough to guess. So I'm fine passing if we just want to pass.
I think we should pass. I have no idea.
Okay, we're gonna pass.
Pat, it was not the boss. Come on. Boss
Well, that's why I
don't play like that. MIA flipped the bird to the audience and to the camera in 2012.
Who were they with?
I don't know who they perform with. MIA.
I know Madonna performed that.
She sings paper. I fly like paper. I like planes.
Please
I
keep going.
MIA.
Please keep
Like
going.
MIA would have been like you added them to whoever like the featured.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure
Okay.
that was the case. Yeah, I don't think it was the main performer. I don't think MIA performed with Bruce Springsteen.
It was
But I could-
Madonna.
No.
All right, so that was 5 of 5. We go to a new set of 5 here.
Can we have Amy practice buzz because her name disappeared again?
Excellent. Thank you. She's back. She refreshed. All right, here we go. Reset the buzzer. 1 of 5. In 1989, a 7.1 magnitude earthquake shook what World Series host city just before Game 3? In 1989, a 7.1 magnitude earthquake shook what World Series host city? Emily.
Los Angeles?
Los Angeles is incorrect. Minus 3 points. Pass it over to trivia.io. Read it one more time. In 1989, a 7.1 magnitude earthquake shook what World Series host city just before Game 3?
Definitely California. And
I
that's
thought
when
it was.
San Francisco. No?
I thought it was
Or
San
Oakland.
Fran.
That's when all the roads collapsed.
Northridge
Understand.
earthquake is when a lot of roads collapsed, and that wasn't in '89.
Oh.
Well, I don't. At least
I'm making stuff up. I was going to say San Francisco. I mean, what other major baseball park do you have in California?
Oakland.
It's like Oakland, San Fran, and LA, and San Diego. So like I don't
That's
know.
right. The Padres are doing great this season.
I was like, Padres are good this
Would you
year,
like
but I
to
don't think
pass
the
or
Padres.
play?
Pass. It's a pass.
We'll pass.
Pass. There's also Anaheim. Don't forget Anaheim's another city in.
Got it.
that
Oh, yeah.
But it was San Francisco. San Francisco
Okay.
was the answer. Happened on my
Amy.
birthday, October 17th, 1989. Remember to send me emails on my birthday. 2 of 5 upcoming. What phenomenon is caused by the refraction and reflection of light passing through water droplets? Emily.
Rainbows.
Rainbows. Correct for 3 points. As Kermit once told us. 3 of 5. In 1990, George H.W. Bush signed the U.S. interstate system after what president? I'm going to rephrase. Named after what president? In 1990, Peter.
Eisenhower?
Eisenhower, correct for 3 points. Here comes 4 of 5. What phrase is often used to describe government projects that are prepared to hire new workers right away? What phrase is often used to describe government projects that are prepared to hire new workers right away? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shovel ready. Shovel ready projects.
I haven't seen the score change in a while or on the app.
It might be
supposed-
you're
okay.
not on the buzzer anymore again.
What is wrong with it? Okay, now I see it. Beautiful.
Final question. In 1990, the Sky Mall catalog was launched to target shoppers where? Peter.
On airplanes?
On airplanes is correct for 3 points. I used to love flying to see what crazy crap was in the Sky Mall magazine.
Before the internet, there was Sky
It was
Mall.
Sky Mall and what's the electronic Brookstone? I feel like Sky Mall and Brookstone are very similar ownership.
Sharper Image, they call that.
Sharper Image, that's another one, yeah. Hey, here's a pillow that also has a headrest and a footrest in it. How would I ever use that? All right, we move over to Jeopardy, and we begin with the roles of Morgan Freeman. The roles of Morgan Freeman. This starts with 1 point, so it's 1 through 5 points. For 1 point, the roles of Morgan Freeman. 1989, Hoke Colburn, a chauffeur. Gloria.
Driving Miss Daisy.
That is correct for 1 point. So you see here, I'll give you the character name and the year. You give me the movie title. For 2 points, the roles of Morgan Freeman. 1994, Red Redding, a lifer. Peter.
Shawshank Redemption.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, the roles of Morgan Freeman for 3 points. Vitruvius, voice only, 2014. Vitruvius, voice only, 2014. 5, 4, Chantel?
March of the Penguins.
March of the Penguins, good guess, but incorrect. Minus 3 points.
Sorry, guys.
Morgan Freeman voices over everything, but good guess. 2014. Vitruvius, voice only, 2014. So it's not well, it's trivial. You can come off mute and discuss here if you want to pass or play, and then discuss what potential answer you have.
I don't even have a guess.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
I have no clue.
So I guess
We're gonna pass.
Pass?
2014.
Yeah, pass.
Pass?
Come on. Okay.
Triple stumper on the show, on the Jeopardy episode. The Lego Movie. The Lego Movie is the answer. The roles of Morgan Freeman for 4 points. 2013, Archie visiting Sin City with 3 old pals. 2013, Archie visiting Sin City with 3 old pals. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Not to be confused with the bucket list. The last.
I almost buzzed in with bucket
Yep.
list, and then but 3 people was different.
Yeah, exactly right. 5 points. The roles of Morgan Freeman. 2009, Nelson Mandela. 2009, Nelson Mandela. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hillary, you look to be in pain. I'm trying to think of this one. Correct answer is Invictus. Invictus is the correct answer there.
That was a hard one.
All right, we move over to fill in the banks. Fill in the banks. B-A-N-K-S. Fill in the banks. For 1 point. J.P. blank Chase or Amy.
Morgan.
Morgan, correct for 1 point. The other one was blank Stanley. Blank Stanley. Fill in the banks. Fill in the banks for 2 points. Mutual of this city bank. Shelley.
Omaha.
Omaha, correct for 2 points. Fill in the banks for 3 points. Goldman this, son-in-law to Goldman. Gloria. Unmute. Sachs, correct for 3 points. Oh, wrong team there. Wrong team. There we go. Fill in the banks for 4 points. In the name of TD Bank, T is this city and D is Dominion. In the name of TD Bank, T is this city and D is Dominion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A triple stumper on the show. Alex was not happy. No one got it. Toronto. Toronto. Fill in the banks for 5 points. HSBC stands for these two Chinese places banking corporation. HSBC stands for these two Chinese places. Emily.
Hong Kong and Shanghai.
Hong Kong and Shanghai are correct for 5 points.
Good job.
All right, we end with have a cow. Have a cow is our final category. For 1 point. After creating Elsie the cow, Borden Dairy introduced this bowl to sell glue. After creating Elsie the cow, Chantel?
Elmer.
Elmer, correct for 1 point.
Elmer's glue.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Have a cow. Should have used a horse. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That was wrong.
Ew.
That was wrong. Have a cow for 2 points. Sorry, that was wrong. Have a cow, 2 points. Okay. The Swiss company Alpen Schatz has been making these noisy items for 250 years. Emily.
Cowbell.
Cowbell is correct for 2 points. Well done. Have a cow. Insert joke about SNL here, obviously. Have a cow, 3 points. Christopher Walken. 1 day a year, this restaurant chain offers free chicken if you... Amy.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is correct for 3 points. If you dress like a cow. Have a cow, 4 points. This term for an idea that cannot be criticized refers to a Hindu belief about an animal. This term for an idea that cannot be criticized refers to a Hindu belief about an animal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'd be a sacred cow. A sacred cow. Have a cow for 5 points. Seen hanging from the neck of Zebu. Seen hanging from the neck of Zebu. Z-E-B-U. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A dewlap. A dewlap. D-E-W-L-A-P. No idea.
Look up a picture of a zebu and you'll know exactly what he's talking about. It's like the long hang, like skin flap.
Oh, sure, yeah.
These are African and Indian cows.
That's kind of like
just didn't know what
turkey.
it's called.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or moose.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. All right. Now I know. Learned something new. Thanks, Chantel. Also an animal I do not want to see in the wild ever because I feel like they would not be happy to see me. All right. We go back to pub trivia, but first, a round of introductions as we've done here on TPT Kaplan Trivia throughout. Dan Strafford, Senior Manager Communications, been at Kaplan for 8 years and lived just outside of Boston. Hillary, do you mind going next?
I don't mind. Yeah, my name's Hillary. I am in Des Moines, Iowa. I just moved. That's why I've got a lot of mess going on in the back. But yeah, I've been with Purdue University Global for 2 years, almost 2.5. Started in admissions in Cedar Rapids, but now I'm Spock Business.
Excellent. Emily?
I am Emily Smith. I am in Des Moines, Iowa also. I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary with us. Purdue Global Kaplan North America, 3rd position in 2 years. So that's been fun. And I am in Spock BU as well.
Thank you. Dia?
Hello, I'm Dia Day. I'm down here in St. Charles, Missouri. I started with Kaplan in 2000. Excuse my mom's calling. I've been here since 2016, and I started admissions. Now I'm Spock Business. I love it. So yeah, It's all good. And that was my mom. Her ring is the duck.
Yeah, does
So
your mother know the ring is the duck?
her yes.
Okay,
she-
all right.
Yes, it's distinctive.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Peter.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Peter, Senior Marketing Manager on the marketing team, and I've been with Kaplan for 13 years, and I'm in Pennsylvania, about an hour north of Philly.
Gloria, you're up next.
I'm Gloria Simon Enoch, and I've been with the Purdue University Global for 3 years, and I'm team members with Emily, Dia, and Hillary, and I live in Indianapolis.
Nice.
It seems like I'm not sure where I am or what I do.
I feel that way almost every day, Gloria. Almost every day of like, what's happening? Chantel.
I am Chantel Isaacs. I am on the campus marketing team as a student brand ambassador manager. I've changed my job since the last trivia match, which is pretty cool. I live in San Diego, California. I've been with Kaplan for 3.5 years.
Amy.
Hi, Amy Clanaris, Senior Marketing Manager. Been with Kaplan for 11 years, and I am just outside of Fort Lauderdale.
And Shelly, bring us home.
Sure. Shelley Gerber, Executive Director, Marketing Initiatives and Operations, coming up on 12 years in not so sunny South Florida, halfway sunny South Florida.
Fantastic. All right, let's get back to pub trivia. These are worth 6 points apiece, so plenty of points still available as we head to the second round. We will continue on now. What phrase was used by the media to describe the wave of change that swept some Arab countries in 2011? What phrase, Amy?
Arab Spring.
Arab Spring, correct, for 6 points. All right, up next. In 1994, Texas native Tom Ford began his legendary tenure as creative director of what Italian label? In 1994, Texas native Tom Ford began his legendary tenure. Amy?
Gucci.
Gucci is correct for 6 points. You're now out for the next 3 questions, Amy. Next 3 questions, you are out. What physical characteristic is also known as a nevus? N-E-V-U-S. What physical characteristic is also known as a nevus? N-E-V-U-S. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm confirming this one because I've never heard it before, but give me 1 second. It is a birthmark. A birthmark, also known as an eye freckle. So, birthmark, nevus, eye freckle, all interchangeable, apparently, according to our pub trivia. Continuing on, here comes 4 of 5. In 1994, 17-year-old Letitia Thompson asked Bill Clinton the famous question, is it what? In 1994, 17-year-old Letitia Thompson asked Bill Clinton the famous question, is it what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amy, did you know that one? No. Boxers or briefs? Boxers or briefs was the answer there. All right, continuing on. This is 1 of 5. Amy, you're back in.
Okay.
What piece of sporting equipment is colloquially known as a pigskin? What piece? Chantel.
A football.
A football is correct for 6 points.
An American foot.
Correct. Thank you for clarification. All right. This is 2 of 5. In 1994, the author of the sci-fi collection I, Robot had a posthumous memoir release titled Chantel?
Isaac Asimov.
That is incorrect. Minus 6 points. Have to take away 6 and pass it over to It's Not Small, It's Trivial. I will finish the question and pass it over for potential steal. In 1994, the author of the sci-fi collection I, Robot had a posthumous memoir released titled what?
I don't have a clue. You guys know?
I haven't heard of it.
Pass.
Pass? Final answer?
Yeah. Pass.
You had the right author. The correct title is I, Asimov. I, Asimov is the name of the book, is what we were looking for. All right, continuing on. 3 of 5. What Pixar animated character has a parent named Coral? What Pixar... Emily.
Nemo?
Nemo, correct, for 6 points. Chantel, thanks. You are out for the next 2 as well. In 1994, what country singer adapted her hit song Coat of Many Colors into a children's book? Gloria.
That would be Dolly Parton.
That would be Dolly Parton. Good for 3 points. And final one here. What plastic toy comes with a pointing device called a planchette? Planchette. What plastic toy comes with a pointing device called a planchette? Planchette. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be a Ouija board. A Ouija board. All right, final set of 5 here in pub trivia. 39 to 23 our score. All right. 6 points. In 1995, what country created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to examine its past? In 1995, what country created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to examine its past? Chantel.
Rwanda.
Rwanda is incorrect. Minus 3 points.
I'm sorry, guys.
And pass it over to It's Not Small, It's Trivial. Shoot or shoot, Chantel. You keep going. In 1995, what country created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to examine its past?
Australia?
What'd you say?
Australia?
I don't even have a.
I honestly don't know.
I have no clue.
Okay.
Your call, Gloria.
Let's not risk me for 6 points.
Pass or play?
We'll pass.
Pass? South Africa. South Africa, the final answer. All right.
Down under.
This comes 2 of 5. Starting over. What playwright artfully plugged his most famous work by saying, quote, "Some of my plays peter out and some pan out"? What playwright artfully plugged his most famous work by saying, quote, Chantel.
Barry.
Barry, J.M. Barry, correct for 6 points. Chantel, you're now out for these next 3.
But I redeemed myself.
Yes, you have. That is redemption. Well done. All right, up next. 3 of 5 here. In 1995, what Muppet debuted his signature clone, a scent called Amphibia? In 1995, what Muppet debuted his... Amy.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog. Correct for 6 points.
Amphibia was a good context clue.
Yep, there you go. Sometimes have to piece it together. 4 of 5. What poet is commonly credited with writing the traditional lyrics to the New Year's Eve song Auld Lang Syne? What poet is commonly credited with the writing of the traditional lyrics to the New Year's Eve song Auld Lang Syne? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be Robert Burns. Robert Burns. Is that answer final one of pub trivia? For 5 points. In 1997, what state passed a law allowing its residents to cast absentee ballots from space? In 1997, what state passed a law allowing its residents to cast absentee ballots from space? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be the state of Texas. The state of Texas. All right, we go back to our Jeopardy game board. Plenty of points still available as we go 2 through 10 here, and we will start with celebrity couples. Celebrity couples for 2 points. Okay, starting with 2 celebrity couples. 2011 was busy for Rachel Weisz, W-E-I-S-C, and this Bond actor. The pair starred in Dreamhouse and got married. In 2011 was a busy year for Rachel Weisz and this Bond actor. The pair starred in Dreamhouse and got married. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig. Celebrity couples for 4 points. This Real Housewife of Beverly Hills is Mrs. Harry Hamlin. This Real Housewife of Beverly Hills is Mrs. Dia.
Lisa Rinna.
That is correct for 4 points. 45-27. Now for 6 points. I have to reset the buzzer. Sorry. 6 points. He and Miley Cyrus became close while filming the last song. Hillary.
Oh, shoot. Hemsworth, but
I need
it's
more.
a brother.
I need more than just.
It is Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth is correct for 6 points. Well done. All right. Now on to 8 points. Celebrity couples. Eva Mendes has 2 daughters with this longtime boyfriend, her co-star in The Place Beyond the Pines. Eva Mendes has 2 daughters with this longtime boyfriend, her co-star in The Place Beyond the Pines. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I had no idea. Ryan Gosling. No idea. Good for them. Celebrity couples, 10 points. Sofia Vergara and this hunky husband co-star in Hulu's Better Ruins Everything commercials. Sofia Vergara and this hunky husband co-star in Hulu's Better Ruins Everything commercials. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Joe Manganiello. Manganiello. Up next, from O to O. And I will give the clue that Alex gave on this episode. And O will begin the correct response and end it. From O to O. Okay. From O to O. 7,300 square miles in the area. It's the smallest of the Great Lakes. Hillary. Ohio is incorrect. That's minus 2 points. And pass it over to trivia.io for potential steal. 7,300. Do you want me to read it one more time?
It's Ontario.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. From O to O for 4 points. To exceed one's previous best effort is to this yourself. Peter.
Outdo.
Correct for 4 points. From O to O. A long piece of classical music for singers and an orchestra. Gloria.
Oh, shit. It's not opera.
Throw a guess out there.
Huh?
Do you want to throw a guess out there? Just see if you.
Yeah, I know it's not. I buzzed too quick. No.
No.
Sorry, guys.
All right. That's
I was thinking opera, but it's obviously not.
It is not opera, so that is minus 6 points. Pass it over to trivia.io for another potential steal. I'll read it one more time. A long piece of classical music for singers and an orchestra.
Oratorio? I don't know. I don't know where my brain came up with that, but I don't think I'm not confident in it.
Yeah, that sounds almost like reciting versus singing. Operetto is not a term, right?
I don't know.
I think I'm mixing that up with like libretto.
Would you like to pass or play?
Pass.
Yeah, we'll pass.
An operetta is a word. I don't think
Okay,
operetto is a word. And oratorio. So, Chantel, you were...
Oh!
Oratorio.
Sorry, Chantel.
I'll take the pat on the back
Yeah.
that I knew that.
Your
Good
imaginary
job, good
points are
job.
in the mail. They're on their way. From O to O for 8 points. Often used in soups, it's a pasta shaped like grains of rice. Amy. Orzo is correct for 8 points. All right, final clue here in From O to O. Early Shakespeare poems and plays were sometimes printed in this format about 5 by 7 inches, smaller than a quarto. Earlier Shakespeare poems and plays were sometimes printed in this format about 5 by 7 inches, smaller than a quarto. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. An octavo. An octavo is the answer there. And we close it out with 1990s bestsellers. 1990s bestsellers. Still enough points on the board to make this happen. For It's Not Small, It's Trivial. We start with 1990s bestsellers, 2 points. Okay. In 1993, this author came along with his first Alex Cross novel, Along Came a Spider. Amy.
James Patterson.
Good for 2 points. Well done. 1990s bestsellers for 4 points. John Feinstein gave a behind-the-scenes look at playing this sport professionally in A Good Walked Spoiled. John Feinstein gave a behind-the-scenes look. Emily.
Golf.
Golf. Correct for 4 points. 1990s bestsellers for 6 points. Terry McMillan could breathe a sigh of relief after this 1992 novel made its way up the charts. Terry McMillan could breathe a sigh of relief after... Gloria.
Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to Exhale. Good for 6 points.
Yeah, and now I redeem myself. So
1990s bestsellers for 8 points. The author of this 1996 novel of politics was listed as anonymous. The author of this 1996 novel of politics was listed as anonymous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Primary colors. So the subtitle there was Novel of Politics. Strangely asked question on Jeopardy, but primary colors was the answer to that one. 1990s bestsellers. Fear of 50 was a middle life memoir by this Fear of Flying author. Fear of 50 was a midlife memoir by this Fear of Flying author. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Erica Jong, Jong. Erica Jong was the answer there. 61-35 is our final score here for today's match. Well played by both teams. I think the final match for each of you. It's Not Small, It's Trivial. Might have one more. I have to double check the schedule. But hope everybody had fun. We are coming to the end of the regular season of TPT. I will also let you know we are in the planning stages of Family Feud and Name That Tune team matchups as well for the fall. So if you enjoyed playing here, similar setup, buzzer and gameplay, you can keep the team, or if you don't like your team very much, you can find a new one. I kid. But